Fuck. Welcome to the Pods Are Against Us Sports Edition, Week 5 NFL picks with our favorite co-host, the Nowhere Man QB1. He is Sweet Lou.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome in.
Oop, there you go. Now the volume's down, sorry.
All right. Well, always a pleasure to have our Raging Cage and Kenny introduce us there. Let's get down to it here. Coming off an even crazier Week 4 after a crazy Week 3.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, apparently the Bears and the Jags are going all the way to the Super Bowl, Ken.
Yeah, they might.
Putting together 2 wins in 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's
wow.
Crazy. So, yeah, go ahead if you got anything.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, and then the international games keep on hitting hard as apparently the Steelers beat Minnesota in Ireland.
Right. Yeah, which I did have.
Mm-hmm. I got to stop going against the Steelers, I guess, even when they're not. I was going to go for them, but when they told me they weren't in Pittsburgh, I thought, oh, well, maybe Minnesota can continue that 48-point game. They could probably, keep going, but I guess not.
The Steelers will have their time here and there, and I'm going to try to predict that. I've been doing, like I said, been doing pretty decent with guessing the Steelers so far. I'm rolling shit up as I go. So this week we got buys for the first time, not a full 16 games.
Yep.
The
First 14.
The bye teams this week are the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and the Steelers. So no Steelers to worry about this time. For last week's numbers, I went 5-1 on games we differed on, which is opposite of the week before where I went 1-5, and you took that one. I am 414 points. You have 401 in our little thing, so you're 13 point. I got 13 points ahead of you for now, and both of us are exactly 43-20 together, which is 68%. So we both have the exact same record. That's crazy.
Exact same accuracy.
Yeah, exact same.
And like you were telling our viewers, now it's time for them to listen to you over me.
And just like I said on my pick video come up, much like you in the 3rd grade, we're failing a math test. We're not going to carry the one. We're not going to continue to say and one for the Packers tie, so we're just going to pretend that never happened.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to say. And then if things couldn't get even more crazy, I can't remember the last time 2 teams in football tied like that in regular season. Maybe
it happens all the
pre-season.
time. Happens all the time. We had quite a few of them last year. They've changed overtime rules over and over again, and it seems like the more they mess with it, the more ties we get, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know.
All part of those 7 years I missed, I guess. Wow.
For sure,
for sure. Rules.
Yeah, it started out with first score, ended the game. Then they wanted it to where both people had to have a chance. But if you started with a touchdown, then that would end it. And now they want both teams to have a chance no matter what. And so it just gets more and more and more convoluted and ridiculous. So anyway, we're not going to carry the one down as we move on. We're just going to count the record as it is. So we're going to call it 43-20.
Okay.
No and one.
We'll start off as we usually do here with the highest confidence. And this week, like Kenny mentioned there, it's our number 14.
You can go ahead.
For me, I believe we're going to start off, looking at it this week. I am going to take New England at Buffalo. That's going to be my number 14 pick right there. I got to take the Buffalo Bills at home against New England.
All right, Bills, good one. I'll get to that soon. My 14 is the only game I like. The rest of these are all ones. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs over the Jags. I'm just going to bet that the Jags won't win 2 in a row. Or 3 in a row, whatever the hell it'll be at this point. The Jags do come in with a better record, which is odd. So that can't last forever.
They're going to the Super Bowl, Ken. I just told you, man.
Well,
Jags, Bears.
we'll see what Showtime Mahomes has to say about that. So I'm going to take the Chiefs at 14
Okay,
and be wrong.
I like that. I like that. I'm definitely got more to say on that later. That was Kenny's number 14, everyone. Taking Kansas City over the Jacksonville Jaguars there. That'll bring us to number 13, my number 13, in fact. And we are going to Cincinnati, where it is still smokeless over there, Ken.
Yes.
And it's very, very rough. As you can see, I think they've scored a total of 3 points since Smokeless Joe went down.
Yeah, they had their receiver yelling at the coach and everything. It was a great time.
Ooh. With that being said, give me the Detroit Lions, baby, with the 13.
All
I will
right.
take the Lions on that one.
Indeed. Yeah, I'll get there way later. My number 13, I'm going high against my own team, and I'm going to say the Chargers will beat the Commanders. I just don't trust the Commanders. Again, too banged up. Chargers looking decent. It's probably a little high. I think I have them as my survivor also. So we'll see. I'm still alive.
Very good. And everybody, that was Kenny's 13th pick, taking the San Diego Chargers against his Washington Commanders. 2 weeks in a row, he's snubbing that team.
That's right.
I don't know if he's allowed to be a Commander fan anymore. I'm going to send him a Saints jersey in the mail.
I can only be honest. Oh, you might want to after a while. Well, we'll get to that later.
So that'll bring us to number 12. And my number 12 is going to be touching back on what Kenny said there. I will also take Showtime Mahomes there. It's Kansas City Chiefs at little Tay-Tay action with Kelsey there at Jacksonville Jags with the number 12. I'll take a 12 on the Chiefs. I don't normally like the Chiefs, Ken, but can't bet with your heart, my man.
Yeah.
As you clearly aren't. 2 weeks in a row snubbing your own team. More on that for me later when it comes to my team. So give me a 12 on Kansas City, hoping for, if the Jaguars win 3 in a row and beat the Chiefs, they're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
It's on. Yeah, it's on. Turning things around over there. In,
better get your Lawrence jersey ready.
Yeah. So
your number 12, Ken.
My number 12. Oh man, I love this one. My number 12. I'm going to get back on the Cardinals train, and I'm going to take them over to Titans. Cards got to bounce back. The Titans are absolutely just going downhill. I don't know if anyone's seen the press conference where Cam Ward, the quarterback, said, and I quote, "We ass." He's like, if I keep it real, we ass right now, and that's not what you want to hear from your first round quarterback, number 1 pick overall in the draft, and he's like, "Fuck it, I quit. We're ass." So maybe that'll make him fight harder. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to try to just go ahead and take the Cardinals with 12.
All right, that's not a bad pick. I thought of you too when it came to that one. That was Kenny's team. He forgot to mention they're facing his favorite Tennessee Tits.
That's right.
At home. Definitely a good game to take them, Ken. That will also bring us to number 11. And my number 11 is also touching back on what you just said. Like I said, I thought of you picking this one. I said, man, it's a good week to take Kenny and those Redbirds. So I'm going to take Arizona at home as well against the Tennessee Tits.
Very good.
There's no way they lose this week. Even if Tennessee is looking for their first victory, they're going to be 0-5.
That's the only thing that scares me is they're like 0-4. Like eventually you're going to pick up a weird win somewhere. I just don't know where.
Not against Arizona, though. I would think it would be against somebody else.
The only thing that helps is I think Arizona just lost a game they probably should have been in, so maybe that helps, but I don't know. Because didn't they lose to the fucking Seahawks last time or whatever?
Yeah, but it's the Seahawks, so.
I know, the Seahawks are actually good, so. Maybe the Cards should pick it up right here, I think.
More on them later.
Yeah.
Your number 11, Ken.
My number 11, speaking of Super Bowls, I'm going to go ahead and take the former champion Eagles. Short week for the Broncos. They just had a big win on Monday night. Eagles are at home. The only thing that scares me are the Eagles are undefeated, and they got to drop one someday. I'm just hoping it's not this week. And I'll take them at 11.
Right. 11, everybody. Kenny's taking the Philadelphia Eagles against Denver Broncos there. Solid week last week for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
The only big pick that really came through for me that I was really happy about.
Yeah.
That will bring us to number 10. And my number 10 is here we go with the international game again, Kenny. This time we're going to London, England. Tea time, governor. When is tea time? Well, it looks like Minnesota's playing Cleveland. Cleveland's supposed to be the home team,
Okay.
so they're English in this one.
Okay.
I will take Minnesota again. I feel like, I just want to reiterate that every pick I made last week, I want to apologize to my viewers who actually trusted me, because I thought I was doing what made sense, but apparently, the Jags and the Bears, and I forgot to mention the Giants are apparently all playoff teams. Excuse me. Nobody told me.
Excuse me.
And then I'm going to take Minnesota again for the second week in a row in an international game, and I'm hoping with the 10 they don't come and bite me again. But it's the Cleveland Browns, right?
Oh, I'll talk to you about that in a minute.
You're number 10, Ken.
My number 10. I am going to go with the Bills at number 10, going up against the Patriots. The Bills didn't lose against the Saints, but it kind of felt like it. The Saints played harder than they should have in that game, and the Bills still won. So even in that little kind of look ahead, I don't think the Bills really care about the Patriots that much, but still. Patriots had a big road win already so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take the Bills.
The great pick, not a bad pick.
Yeah.
As you noticed, I had them a little higher, but
Yeah.
hey, double digit, take it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is Kenny's number 10 pick, everyone. He's taking Buffalo at home against the New England Pats. That'll bring us to number 9. And I just mentioned these guys, Ken, but apparently that new rookie quarterback must have taken some pointers from Eli Manning's book and got the Giants on the board with the win last week. All right. So what the hey? I'm going to join in the Giants bandwagon, grab my Eli Manning jersey out of the closet, and let's go Giants against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans with the 9.
All right. Well,
you're number 9.
Put that there. My number 9. This is a rare pick change for me. I don't usually do this, and it's dangerous to do so. Up to this, I had a certain team winning, but as things have come and I got more information, I had to change. My number 9 was going to be funny, and I was going to put the Niners at 9, but I had to change it to the Rams, because the Niners are just racking up injuries, man. They got a wide receiver out, Pearsall or whatever the hell his name is out. They got too many people going out. Purdy's up and down with his toe, and it's just a mess over there. And the Rams are at home. So I really wanted to take the Niners right here, and I might be wrong for not doing so, but I changed the pick like 2 days earlier as I was listening to things, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. Last time I didn't change it for the Eagles, and I got burnt by it, so I'm going to change this, and I'm going to take the Rams.
Speaking of change, I should have changed that pick last week with that Commander game, man.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you there.
Yeah, I ran scared.
Scared money don't make money, so they tell me.
Yeah. Neither does picking a banged up team.
Amen to that, brother. That is Kenny's number 9 right there. He's taking the LA Rams at home for the 49ers. I actually have more to say on that one a little later. But that will bring us to our number 8. And for number 8, I have the LA Chargers at home against the Washington Commanders, touching back at what Kenny said. The Chargers are coming off a tough loss last week. I think I had them then too, but not this week. I think this week the Commanders are a little banged up. The Chargers are at home. So again, in the words of the governor, let's go Chargers. Yeah.
There you go.
Give me an 8. You're number 8, Ken.
All righty, my number 8. This is where I will fade the injury news and go the other way. I'm going to take the Ravens on the road to the Texans, man. The Ravens have been losing, and yes, Lamar is hurt. He's not going to be playing for a couple of weeks, probably till after their bye, which is in a couple of weeks. But, the Texans are pretty bad. And don't look now, but just because Lamar isn't playing, we do get Cooper Rush. For those of y'all who weren't paying attention last year, you weren't around for this one, but Dak for the Cowboys went down early in the season, and this dude came out of nowhere, won like 5 straight, was looking great, and everybody's like, wow, maybe this guy's better than Dak. He's not. And now that people have tape on it, it might not work as well as it did last year, but it's all good. As always, that first week you got a big injury. It'll probably be okay. After this, we might worry about the Ravens next week, but for now, we'll take them against the lowly Texans, and it'll probably be fine.
And that was Kenny's number 8 there, taking the Baltimore Ravens at home against Boomhauer's Texans. Dango, Ken won't take my team this week, man.
Not this time.
Houston Texans going to win this game. Can't watch. Dang old Houston Texans, man. That'll bring us to number 7. And my number 7, I'm going to touch back to what Kenny said, and this is also my team who is going to get the snub this week. I should have snubbed them last week. I thought they could overcome all those injuries at home, but they proved me wrong. So I feel a little more sure about this pick. I will take a number 7 on the Rams. Give me the LA Rams at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the Niners winning this game at all. If they do, the little fan in me will not be upset, but I have to, not bet with my heart and also, make sense, do what makes sense. And I'm going to take the LA Rams this week against the Niners at home with a 7.
In a way, there's that look-ahead thing, like where maybe they dropped it to the Jags because they were anticipating this game in a really bad spot that they're in, so they were focused more on this one, so maybe it's a look-ahead spot. Maybe they do win this one like they're supposed to, but I feel like they're too banged up. I don't think they're going to do it,
Yeah, no, that injury sheet was long, man.
It's getting brutal. It's getting brutal over there. So, My number 7. Ugh, gross. I hate myself on this. You think I feel bad picking against the Commanders? Wait to see how bad I feel about picking Dallas. Ugh. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting act, as Joe Buck once said. But I will take Dallas over the Jets. The Jets are bad. Dallas is on the road to them, so you never know. But they've been looking decent, oddly enough, and they need the win. I mean, what can you do? They should be able to handle the poor Jets.
You ain't kidding, man. I actually have more to say on that. Yeah. But that is Kenny's number 7, everybody. He's taking Dallas.
Yeah.
In New York.
In New York, yeah.
They're facing the Jets there this week. And this ain't Joe Namath. This ain't even Mark Sanchez's Jets because they couldn't even beat the damn Finns last week.
Oh.
So another game that burned me a little bit because that was actually an upset that I was trying to call, but I guess the rest of the week was upset with the Bears and the Jags and the Giants again.
I had the Dolphins on that one for sure. Yeah, that's easy.
All the playoff teams. Well, of course, Ken. Everybody keeps telling you Dan Marino's back this week, baby. You got to take him.
We'll talk about that. We'll be talking about that.
So that brings us to my number 6, and it's Dallas at home again. But there we go, touching back on Kenny there. Dallas at New York Jets, and I will take Hank here. I will take Hank's Cowboys. Tom Landry,
Dallas
baby.
Cowboys.
Troy Aikman. Give me the Dallas Cowboys this week against those Jets with a 6.
Tom Landry, I tell you what.
Best coach.
Best coach that ever lived. All right.
You know what Hank said to your pick, right?
How about them Cowboys?
Your number 6 there, Ken.
My number 6. Boy, this could be a look-ahead trap to a primetime game next week, but I'm hoping not. Non-conference road game, I've told y'all about those, but I'm going to ignore my own advice, and I'm going to take the Lions. They should be able to overcome that. Again, I'm worried because they're going against... Oh, I didn't even write... I do this to myself every time. I don't write who they're going against, and now I forgot. Do you know who the Lions are playing?
Yeah, they would be playing the Smokeless Joe
Okay,
Cincinnati
you said that
Bengals.
earlier, right? And it's always the Bengals I forget about. Every
They're an
time I'm like, who
afterthought
are they
without
playing? I didn't
Smokeless
even
Joe.
write it down. It's the fucking Bengals every time.
It would probably help if they scored again. Just saying.
I never write down the Bengals. I don't know why. Every week I'm like, who are they playing? It's the Bengals. Oh yeah, them. All right, so Glass Joe and the Bengals. Yeah, so the Lions should be able to handle that, man. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No,
I do
Detroit Lions.
say, and I have it low because proceed with caution. This could be a non-conference road trap. Be careful.
This would have been definitely harder if, you know, Smoking Joe Burrow was there.
Oh, it'd have been a great
But
game.
now, if everybody goes back to week one, you'll notice Kenny did not forget the Bengals when Smoke Joe was still
Yeah,
doing
I've
his
forgotten
thing.
them ever since.
Yeah. And then it doesn't help that they've scored 3 points since he went down.
Brutal, man,
And that
brutal.
that's for sure, man. And that, everybody, was Kenny's number 6. He's taking the Detroit Lions. That will bring us to number 5. My number 5 is touching back on another Kenny pick. I will also, and I think this might be the highest I've taken them so far this year because they've played some really close games with top 5 teams. But I will also take the Eagles at home with
Okay.
only a 5, though, because of what Kenny mentioned there that, Denver has been playing better, and the Eagles are still looking to be defeated. They're undefeated
Yeah.
as we speak. So I will take them, though, at home. If they weren't at home, maybe not, but because they're at home, I will take them with the 5. And like I said, the Broncos looked great last week. Let's see if they can keep that up. I am betting a 5 that they won't.
Alrighty.
You're number 5, Ken.
My number 5. You go ahead and send that Saints jersey right on over because I'm gonna take them against the Giants. That's right. I don't know why. I
Oh,
can't
my.
explain it. Just feel it. The Saints are going to win one eventually. They're at home, and the Giants, like the little rookie, looked great in that first game. But what's going to happen in the second game when he drops it on the road? Ooh, that might get ugly, won't it? Make it interesting. I'm going to take the Saints at home. Bam!
Oh, man, somebody told Kenny Drew Brees and Jimmy were coming back for this
That's
game.
right.
Jimmy Graham.
This is a gut. This is a gut pick, and I got a big old gut.
Oh, man. New Orleans Saints at home against the Giants is Kenny's number 5. Wow.
Yes.
That will bring us to 4. My number 4, I'm taking the 11th man there, Ken. Seattle at home against Tampa Bay. This was not easy.
Yeah.
This was probably one of the hardest picks to make. Tampa's
Yeah.
so good. But are they good enough to handle that 11th man? I don't think so. I will take Seattle with the 4.
Okay.
What do you think, Ken? What do you got number 4 there?
My number 4, the team I've picked against all year, and to the Colts fans, be worried. I'm taking them this time. I've been picking against the Colts this whole time, but I'm going to finally take them. They're coming off of a loss. They're going against the Raiders, so it should be fine. I'm going to take the Colts. Have not taken them yet, so this is their time to shine for me.
I mean, they're 4-1, so they lost already. Why not?
Yeah,
I've been taking them this whole time.
Yeah.
They let me down last week, but they were bound to at one point, so
Absolutely.
I can't be too mad at them. I keep doing this week. Before I continue, though, let me just reiterate that was Kenny's number 4. He's taking the
Yes.
Colts.
Yes.
I need to reiterate because my number 3 is also the Colts at home against those Raiders who lost to the mighty Bears, baby.
Yeah.
'Cause at one point, it's not 2025, everybody. Check your calendar. It's 1985, and the Bears are going all the way, apparently. Okay. They went from not winning 9 games to winning 2 games in a row and looking like they could win maybe 10.
Yeah, maybe even 3.
So I will take the Indianapolis Colts with the 3. I hate to do it because I like Pete Carroll and I like those Raiders, but
I was wondering if you were ever
by
going to pick
one.
against him.
They only lost by 1 last weekend, but a loss is a loss, and
It
that
is.
loss cost me.
Yep, yeah, I was on the right side of that, but it just didn't happen, man. We were so right about that, and then it just didn't land.
Man, talk about luck of the But yeah, my number 3 is the Indianapolis Colts at home against the Raiders. What do you got for 3 there, Ken?
My number 3 is my apparent new favorite team. Send me one of those cool black jerseys they were playing in last week because I'm taking the Dolphins yet again. I'm taking them every week, baby. So never taking them again, huh? Well, apparently I will against the Panthers because I didn't realize they were playing the Panthers. I'm like, gosh darn, I got to take them again. McDaniels might be trying to keep his job. I guess the Panthers coach ain't worried about his. I don't know. I don't know if he's in the hot seat or not, but I know McDaniels is for sure. And I feel like the Finns will at least try to win, whereas the Panthers probably won't. This is a battle of who wants to lose more, though.
Gotta love those, huh, Ken?
Yeah, it's a terrible game. I'll take the Dolphins, my boys. My favorite team
All right.
now, I guess, apparently. Since I pick 'em every
Dan
week.
Marino's still going in Miami for Kenny there as he takes him with a 3.
Keep finding him in situations where I have to pick him. It's weird.
More on that later. But for now, we're moving on to number 2, and I am touching back on another Kenny pick. For me, I will also take the Baltimore Ravens with a 2. And I am doing this because I have taken Baltimore all season, and I've taken them with lower picks because they were facing top 5 opponents. Houston, I'm sorry, Boomhauer. Dang old banging up, man. Man, Houston Texans are good, man. Sorry, Boomhauer, but I am not taking them with a 2 because of Houston. I'm taking them with the 2 as Kenny previously mentioned. Lamar is out.
Yeah.
They're at home. I think they still have enough to beat Houston, but just in case they don't, I will take a 2 on that, Ken.
Okay. Well,
you're number 2, Ken.
I did not know that this was an international game, as always, because I never pay attention. And I went back and forth on this one. I really did. I originally had this team, then I went to the other team, and then I went back to where I felt like it was this team, and now I feel good about it. But I'm only putting it at number 2. My number 2 will be the Cleveland Browns to win. Because I don't know why. They're at home. Well, I said they were at home, but they're not at home. They're in fucking England. But they're starting their rookie, so that should at least be interesting. The Dylan Gabriel guy that they drafted instead of Shador Sanders, which is Deion Sanders' son, for those of y'all who don't know, that's been a whole mess. He was supposed to go in the first round, then he pissed a bunch of people off, and then they purposely didn't draft him until like the 5th. And then they took this dude in front of it, hoping that that would kind of shut the owner up, but then the owner came down and made them draft Shador, and that's been a whole disaster ever since. But it's been funny. And now they're still not starting Shador Sanders. They're instead starting the guy that drafted before him. And then if this guy goes down, they're going to put Flacco back in. So Shador is now 3rd no matter what. So they're trying their damnedest not to put him on the field, which is hilarious. He's good. He's just, he's Deion Sanders' kid, which means he's an entitled brat. But, yeah, so I'm going to take the Browns, man. I don't know. They got to win eventually here and there. And they'll sneak a couple of games in. I almost like the fact that it's international better and starting a rookie. It's going to be a weird-ass game, And who are they playing against? I didn't write that down again.
The Minnesota Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah, the Vikings are fucking awful. The Vikings have been terrible.
You don't have to tell me, man. I think their injury sheet is pretty long, too.
I had the Browns, and I'm like, no, that's crazy. The Vikings are going to end up winning. And then I was like, I don't know. I'm going to keep my original thought and go with the Browns. And the more I hear about it, the more I think it's going to be some weird-ass game that the Browns will somehow win.
Insert John Travolta Pulp Fiction gif here as Kenny shows up to Cleveland.
So, yeah, I'm hoping the Browns win this one, and then I won't have to pick them for a while. Because if they win this, it'll be a minute before they win again, probably.
Yeah, little Nepo baby action there in Cleveland, huh, Ken?
Oh, yeah, it's been a blast. You got to go look into some of that. It's been fucking hilarious. It's a mess over there.
So that is your number 2.
My number
Cleveland.
2, yeah. Pretty low. Yeah, I'm taking the Browns.
London, England.
Yes, sir.
Tea time, Gov.
Yes, sir.
All right. Wow.
You took the Vikings, right?
I took the Vikings, yes, sir.
Yeah.
With a 10. I was just confident about that. They're looking to get a win back if they're trying, but
Yeah, okay.
we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me like last week.
The mighty Browns, baby.
Yeah. If it was anybody else, maybe not, but
Blind
especially
squirrels.
after last week. They burned me last week. That will bring us to our number one pick.
Number one.
Mine, yeah, my number one is going to be Carolina at home against Miami, the Finns, because it's not because I don't like the Finns or because I don't believe in Dan Marino. I mean, Jacob Talonhill. I mean, Tua.
Tua.
But Tua.
Tagovailoa.
But the Carolina Panthers have looked great at home. If anybody recalls them getting their first victory, a pretty big one at home, I will take them with a 1. This will be my upset of the week, but if it turns out into the last 2 weeks, I'll probably get upset by that Minnesota game too, so we'll see.
I feel
You're
you
number
there.
one, Ken.
Well, you did mention that this was a really hard game to pick, and boy, it was, to the point where I had this one really high at first. I had it like at 11 or something, and the more I thought about it, I'm like, screw this, and it ended up being a 1. But this could be my pick for the Bucks and the Seahawks, and I'm definitely gonna take the Bucks. Mayfield, I think, might be returning. Let's hope so. Might ground the Seahawks a little bit. You know, originally had this a lot higher. Yeah. I don't feel good about it. This is gonna be a tough game. Might be a good one to watch, actually. But weird game again, probably messy. But Seahawks are so good. I don't blame anybody for taking them. But if Mayfield comes back and he's pissed off, it might work, man. I'm gonna take the Bucks, but only putting like 1 on it.
Okay. I was wondering where that game was at on your list.
Dead last.
And that rounds us out for the week, everyone. That was Kenny's number one pick, Tampa Bay. Again, if anybody's doing tiebreaker on the Monday night game, I have a 63 on there as the Chiefs and the Jags have been scoring.
Yeah.
And as Kenny mentioned, except for last week, every Monday night game has been a high-scoring game. So
It has.
give me a 63 on that one, Ken. Are you going with 30 again?
I will take 30 on this because I don't know. Thanks for not taking my 30 this time. I appreciate it. I don't have a gag if not.
You know what's funny? I think my tiebreaker, not that I had it, thanks to all those fun Super Bowl contender games, but my 30 would have won the tiebreaker. I think they scored 30.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Good stuff. So what are we differing on? Not a whole lot. We both got Chiefs, both got Chargers, both got Cards, both got Eagles, Bills, Rams, Ravens. We both said Dallas, both said Lions. The Saints is a difference. We both said Colts. You didn't take Dolphins, did you?
I did not, sir.
Okay, so that's one. So Saints, Dolphins, Browns, and Bucks. 4 games is the only thing we differ on. And I think we got some point differences from there. We'll see. That's it. Week 5.
For Kenny, the Raging Cajun Ken, I have been your co-host here, Sweet Lou, QB1. This has been Confidence Picks.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
NFL Week 5.
I unplugged the guitar. Da-da-da, da-da-da, bye.